most effective ways that we can prevent pelvic pressure, diastasis, low back pain, neck and shoulder pain during pregnancy is to really be mindful and aware of our posture. So typically, as our belly grows, as the baby grows, we tend to come into this kind of tilt forward. We tuck our butt under, the weight shifts forward, we allow the body to kind of travel beyond the ankles. If you notice, my body is forward, butt is tucked yet slightly sticking out. And then we have to compensate with our upper back by kind of rounding forward. And also the weight in the breasts and then the belly really contribute to that. So one of the easiest ways to get out of that hip hang, out of that extra pressure in the front of the abdomen is to be very mindful about how we stand. So good posture should not feel forced. We should be maybe strengthening the body in ways that will help to support a good posture while we're pregnant. And this also goes to say when you've had the baby and you're holding the baby to just be mindful of this. So what I like to do first is standing up nice and tall, I shift my weight forward and back on my heels, not too far back. And just noticing, try not to keep the knees locked, a little softness in the knees. Noticing it's forward and back motion, and there's gonna feel like a spot where you feel nice and centered in the foot. Even pressure in the ball, even pressure in the heel. From here, once I find that, I wanna soften my knees a little bit to release my glutes. So I don't wanna feel like I'm squeezing my glutes super hard. Once I have that, a lot of this good posture comes from what's going on in this upper part of our cervical spine and head. So I'm going to give a little draw up through the crown of my skull, my chin will slightly tuck, and then my ribs are just going to shift back right over the hips. So if you notice, if I were to draw a plumb line, I would have ears over shoulders, over ribs, over hips, knees, and ankles. And what that does is it takes the pressure out of these muscles here, that pull out of these muscles, and it requires us to use a little lift of the abdomen here to do so. So we come from a traditional, typical pregnant posture, high hinge point, hips forward, knees locked, into something that's a little bit more comfortable and sustainable. And it's also going to help to challenge your muscles on a deeper level. When we hang into joints, when we lock our joints, we stop using those stabilizer muscles and we get lazy in the body. So they start to turn off, and when we go back to work them again, they aren't firing properly. So remember, quick fix, rock back and forth on the heels, find that center, little softness behind the knees, relax the glutes, feel that little hug of the baby in, and then hips and shoulders in alignment. Keep the chin tucked, just slightly, not a deep tuck, and try not to let the body hinge forward.